All right, so today we're not just talking about software. We're going to dive into what it really takes to revolutionize a modern lab. We're going to explore CPD Technology's LIMS platform, and more importantly, uncover the massive difference between just deploying a system and achieving a true results-driven implementation. So let's just get right to it. Does this question, does it feel a little too familiar? In the world we live in now, labs are under an insane amount of pressure. And those old ways of doing things, the manual entries, the paper logs, those endless spreadsheets, they're not just slow anymore, they're a huge risk. It's this constant battle to keep everything accurate while trying to speed everything up.
And this right here, this image pretty much sums it all up, doesn't it? Every single sample, every test, every result, it's all a critical piece of a much bigger picture. You need things to be fast, you need them to be dead-on accurate, and you absolutely have to be compliant. It's not just a nice-to-have, it's the bare minimum to stay credible. So, how on earth do you solve for all three at the same time?
Well, the answer is moving to a complete end-to-end digital solution. And that's exactly what the CPD Technology's LIMS platform is all about. It was literally built from the ground up to tackle these challenges head-on through smart digitation and automation. Now, here's what's so powerful about this. The platform digitizes the entire life of a sample. We're talking complete traceability from the very second it hits your lab. The workflows can be configured, which is huge, because it means the system adapts to your process, not the other way around. And then you have the real game changers. Automated calculations that just vaporize human error, and automated reporting that gets secure final results out the door way faster than you'd think.
Okay, that all sounds great on paper, right? But how does it actually work in the real world? A LIMS is only as good as its day-to-day use. So let's zoom in on one of the most important workflows in any lab, the report generation process itself.
Check this out. It boils down to this really clean 4-step engine. You upload your report format just once, you feed the results directly into the LIMS, link up your raw data sheet so everything is auditable, and, ideally, you connect your equipment so the data flows in directly with no chance for typos. This whole thing isn't about adding more steps. It's about systematically taking them away.
So what's the secret sauce behind that simple process? Well, it's intelligent automation. The system just does this stuff for you. For every report, it automatically spits out a unique lab report number, a ULR. It creates a unique QR code, which is fantastic for your clients to verify things instantly. It handles all that tedious documentation and even lets you replicate jobs to make your routine work way faster and more consistent.
But of course, none of that speed and efficiency matters, not one bit, if your data isn't locked down and your processes aren't compliant. I mean, for any lab in a regulated field, this is everything. So CPD Technologies built its platform to be your audit-ready partner right from day one.
And look, they're not just saying this. They've got the paperwork to prove it. The company holds an ISO 9001 for quality management and, maybe even more importantly, an ISO 27001 for information security management. These are the gold standards, proving they're serious about hitting the highest global benchmarks.
And this is where it gets really brilliant for testing and calibration labs. This table actually maps the LIMS features directly to the key parts of ISO IEC 17025. So if an auditor asks you how you ensure impartiality and confidentiality, boom, you show them the role-based access controls and the unchangeable audit trails in the system. It's not just compliance-friendly, it's practically compliance in a box.
And their approach to security, it's like a digital fortress. You can have IP-based logins, so people can only access it from your building. All your data is protected with end-to-end encryption. Then you add in things like single-session rules, two-step authentication, and login locks. It's a multi-layered defense to keep your most important asset, your data, totally safe. But here's the thing, and this is probably the most important part of this whole story. Amazing software is only half of it. Let's talk about the company's core philosophy, because this is what really makes them different. Real value doesn't come from a software download. It comes from an implementation that actually delivers results and changes how your lab works for the better.
And this chart, this shows you what that philosophy looks like in the real world. We're not talking about just installing some program. We're talking about a partnership that leads to real, measurable improvements in your turnaround times, in your accuracy, and in your audit performance. This is the stuff that actually matters.
And, hey, you don't have to take my word for it. Just listen to what their clients are saying. This one highlights exceptional support and calls it a highly successful partnership. That kind of language tells you this is way more than just a vendor-client relationship.
And here's another one. This time they're talking about how user-friendly it is, how it makes things easy and fast. But you see the theme here? It always comes back to the service. Calling the team support truly commendable. Great technology is one thing, but pairing it with great support, that's the winning formula.
And what's really cool is that this partnership model isn't a one-size-fits-all thing. It works across totally different industries. For a mineral testing lab, the big win was faster reporting and fewer errors. For an oil testing lab, it was all about speeding up approvals. For an auto company, it was about getting that complete traceability. The platform is powerful, sure, but the implementation is what gets these specific results.
And all of that success, well, it's fueling some serious growth. They have a strong presence across India and are even expanding into Nepal. This map represents a growing network of labs, get this, over 15 in just the last year, that have made that jump from manual headaches to a fully digital, compliant, and efficient operation.
And really, it all boils down to this one powerful idea. Anybody can sell you software and call it deployed. But the real transformation, the kind that you can actually see on your bottom line and in your audit reports, that comes from a partner who is focused on implementation, on making the system truly work for you and supporting you every single step of the way.
So I'll leave you with this question. What if your next audit was something you actually looked forward to? What if you could just eliminate manual data errors for good? If you're ready to stop just deploying software and start implementing a real solution, it might be time to get in touch with CPD Technologies. Thanks for watching.